Hello, my name is Estefania and I make videos about illustration and different topics related to illustration. So you're going to see a video about Bologna Children's Book Fair, tricks and tips about my experience there, and maybe this is going to be useful if this is going to be your first time that you're going to the fair. So keep in tune, and before starting out I have a blog post about all these videos. You can check it down below and see you in a bit. Hello everybody, this is going to be a different type of video, like tips and tricks, what I learned about my Bologna children's book experience. I know that I don't have that much experience, but I have gone there from 2016, so I think more or less I can advise you if you're going there for the first time. So I have some notes here, so if you see me looking down, it's because I don't want to miss anything, because this is such a complex, and like I cannot forget anything because it's kind of an important thing or deal when you are traveling there for the first time. So yeah, let's start this. I'm talking from the time that I went my first time, like in 2016. I went there with my university, and not as a whole trip, but if you wanted to go there you had permission to go because it was like in the Easter time. So we went there because our school had a stand, and I didn't apply for that year to the stand because it was my first year and I felt that I was in diapers, so I just went there to see. And I'm glad I did that because I wasn't overwhelmed as my classmates, and I was like going to the toy store or something, so I was like just enjoying the exhibitions or the events and taking notes of some editorial house that I like and I wasn't aware of, because the Bologna Children's Book Fair is the biggest children's book fair in the world, so it's good to see what's there, and I don't know, it opens your mind. So that was my experience in 2016. In 2017 I went there with my university as well, but not like a school trip, but like the people that wanted to go, they could go. But this time I applied to my school stand, so there was more pressure in that, and I also took some appointments from my side because I said, okay, maybe if I do this I can get more opportunities to be contacted or whatever. And so I think I had a great experience in that. And this year in 2018 I was no longer in the stand because I already graduated in 2017, and my experience of this year wasn't the best comparing with the 2016 and 2017 ones. And there are some things that I did different in each year, so I'm going to explain why. Let's start. The first advice that I give to you is prepare in advance, because first, when you're planning your trip, you need to book a ticket, and I think this video is going to be out in November, so November is a very good month to buy tickets in general worldwide. I believe so, because it's kind of approaching to Christmas, so there's a lot of sales, and you have to take advantage of that. If your budget is low, as me, when I mostly travel, I will do everything to save the money of the ticket. Like I ask my parents or my dad to give me his miles. So in 2016 my airplane ticket cost $150 because of the miles that I had, and it was like really cheap because it was from Quito to Madrid, and there was a lot of hours waiting on the airport, but I think that's okay if you're going to an airport in the morning and you have time to explore the city you are stopping by, or probably you can just go like days by days and approaching to your destination and sort of. So that's the first thing, is to book your ticket. The second thing will be accommodation, because accommodation on the dates of the fair is very expensive, even the hostels. This is because there's a lot of people that want to go there on those dates because of the fair. So you have to save your days as soon as possible. if you didn't manage to get the dates that you wanted or it's too expensive, I found another trick that I did last year. Last year I booked a hostel that was a city or 2 cities away, and I think it was amazing because it was clean and it was maybe like 20 minutes away by train, and there is this ticket that you can buy. It's just some schedule of the trains that you can use it for a week. So I think it's 27 euros, so it was 27 euros 2 years ago. And comparing with the expensive accommodation that you will get in Bologna and the cheapest accommodation that is far away, is still cheap. So yeah. The third thing will be a visa. If you're coming from a country like mine, like Ecuador, Ecuadorians need a visa. If you're from Colombia, Peru, you don't need a visa, of course, so you are free to go. But just keep in mind to ask permission at your job, and all the requirements that you need for the visa. I think you need 2 months to ask for it in advance, and something else, like if you don't have a steady job, it will be very difficult to declare that on the embassy, but probably you already know this. Okay, let's go to the next point. So to go to the fair, you need a ticket, and you pay for the ticket for each day. And if you want to be the 4 days of the fair, that's another price. So in 2016 and before, and 2017, the ticket was free for the illustrators that participated on the contest. So everyone who participated had the ticket free for all the days of the fair. But from this year, the regulations changed, and there's a small amount of discount, and I think it's just available for 1 day. But anyway, I didn't took it because I was too busy. I was like, okay, whatever, just buy it completely. So I bought the 4 days in a row. And of course, if you buy the 4 days, there is kind of a discount if you just buy one, and like buying one and one and one. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Okay, so that. But I think it's quite late. If you didn't participate in the contest, it's already late to ask for a discount, because I think the deadline is already due. Yeah. Okay, so then the logistics. The logistics, for example, in my case, it's better if I buy a ticket that goes to Madrid from Quito, because it's a very frequent destination from my city, from my country, and from there I have to take other means of transportation, because also Bologna Children's Book Fair, it's very close or it's on the Easter time, so the airplane tickets in Europe are very expensive on those dates. So what I do is take bus. When I don't have any other choice, I just take the bus. 2017, I took the bus from Madrid until go to Bologna. So I took I took a train to Valencia, then Valencia, Barcelona, Barcelona, Lyon, Lyon, Torino, Torino, Milan. And from Milan, I took a train to go to Modena, where I was staying. And from Modena, I took the train every time I wanted to go to Bologna. So just, if your budget is low, that's what you can do, because the flights go sometimes over $1,000, but probably you're lucky, so take advantage of your opportunities. And there is another way I did my research about a web page that is called Go Euro or EuroGo. So you put the destination that you want to go from the city that you are in Europe, and then you put, like, for example, the most convenient in time, or the most convenient in price, or the most convenient in duration, or less scales or transitions. So that's a good tip that you can check. I'm going to put all the description down below, all the details of the things that I'm talking about. Yeah, this is a little bit of the fair thing, but when I'm traveling to Europe, or the few times I travel to Europe, I want to take advantage of all the trip, because it's not easy for me to go there because I need a visa. So I usually go to other countries or visit other cities. So I build my itinerary on going days earlier from the fair, so the jet lag doesn't get me that much on the days of the fair, and I also stay longer than the time of the fair. And if I want to build my itinerary besides this webpage, I also use Google Maps, because sometimes this webpage doesn't show you all the means of transportation that are available, but sometimes Google Maps, they do that for you. And I found a way. For example, in 2017 I went from Napoli to Positano, and I wanted to make sure one of the not that expensive ways but also the fastest ways I could get there, and I knew about this ship that went there, and I just knew about this ship through Google Maps and not through the other website. So yeah, the next thing will be make appointments with the editors that you want to talk. So for this tip, you have to make your research, and you have to go to the website of Bologna. There are all the expositors that are there. I'm not sure if they are already uploaded for the next year, so make sure that you do your research and you are going to talk with the editors that more or less are going with your style, because not all of them are the same. So if you are just sending random emails to everybody, it's most likely that you are not going to have an answer. And that's what happened to me this year. Actually, last year I got more answers than this year, and I guess it's because I had like a general mail and I did my research. It's just that I didn't have the time to create a different email every time, so I just like copy paste. I'm not sure, probably that happened this time. So just make sure, do your research and write to them to make an appointment. Mostly I will do search for the person in charge. If you can get the email of the person in charge, tell that you're going to be there, you're going to be excited to show him or her your work, and that you have a project in mind from this particular editorial house. So be specific that you want to show this particular project to that editor. Yeah. And also with this thing, make sure your website is updated and you're showing your best work in your website, because the only thing that they have to contact you if you're not sending images apart is your digital appearance. So if your work is outstanding, they will notice that and they will contact you. But for that, you have to upload and update your website before you send the emails. So next thing will be you have to prepare your advertisement, like business cards, postcards, posters. There is a wall in front. So when you get, you can put your details there, and like the illustrator's wall. And for example, if you are talking with an editor or you just have a connection with a new friend there, you can give him or her your business cards, and it's easy to keep contact on, or maybe that editor will remember you better. You can also think about stickers, and don't forget to carry your dummy books. They have to look very, very professional. So I can show you, I have a couple of dummy books that I carry. This is one that probably is not my best work. I did them by myself. I know Blurb, it's a company that they do it. If you want to contact them for them to make you your dummy books, because they look very, very nice. I saw for my friends the finishes, they look amazing. Just keep in mind they have two formats, I think, and you have to be careful with the times, because if you are, I don't know, in a place that won't get packaged very close, and especially because of Christmas, you have to be aware of the time. So sometimes there is not enough time for them to ship the item, and if that doesn't work, you have to do it by yourself. So I did these ones by myself. So they don't have to be finished, like the cover has to be finished, and with 3 or 4 images finished inside, it's okay. I have this one, and I have also this one, which is the parade one, and it's a pop-up book. So yeah, okay, so be prepared with that, and also your portfolio. I did some packages with some postcards and my business card here and a sticker to give to the editor. So I did some packages like this one, so I won't search for them in my backpack or anything. Just quickly just give them okay, goodbye, and that. Before you travel, Before you travel, I think it's a good idea to check the events and if there are any concerts and the cities that you're seeing, and take advantage of that. And also in Bologna, outside the fair, like I recommend to go to Bologna days earlier because there are also itinerary events around the city because of the fair and in different galleries and bookshops. So keep that in mind because sometimes very famous illustrators go there for book signing or just check it out. And I'm very bad at it because of my friends. They go there, oh, there is this thing, oh okay, I'll go with you. So I go because of the friends that went there. Also, if you are under 26, take advantage of that, in trains discount and that. Then on the website you will have like a schedule of the events, and it's good that you familiarize with that. When you already have your appointments and that, you can take, okay, I can go to this event if I don't have an appointment and see what happens. Also have in mind that there is this illustrator corner that is very useful, and maybe you can go there and learn new techniques and someone can review your portfolio. So familiarize with that. There is also an app. I'm not sure if you can download it from outside Italy, but if you are in the fair, you can, or in Bologna or in Italy, I think you can download the app from that year. Also pack light because you're going to carry back home a lot of books, because you know, if you love books, you're going to buy a lot of books here. Take your luggage almost empty. And also the weather is a little bit tricky because it's spring and it's not that cold and it's not that hot, and sometimes it gets too hot. It's a little bit tricky, so be prepared for everything just in case. We never know with global warming, it could be colder than last year or this year, or it could be warmer. We don't know that. Okay, if you have been in Quito, just back to like for being in Quito or in Andean city where it's kind of all the seasons are in one day. And also go casual, but not that casual, maybe a professional casual. Don't take high heels with you because the fair is huge, so just take boots, like flat boots or ballerinas, flat ballerinas. That thing I will say it's okay to go. Just be comfy because it's so massive that your feet are going to be thankful with you later. Also take a backpack with you, a rucksack. Don't take a portfolio that is too big because that will make things worse when you carry things and you're the whole day there and you're also buying books. That will make things more difficult. Hey there again, I'm sorry I forgot something to say. Probably this is going to be several videos, so you will see just the first part and then the next week you're going to see the second part. Okay? Yeah.